Good morning and welcome to Prakash Vidyalaya, where students love to learn. My dear students of class 6, I am Ramanuj, your social science teacher. In the last class, we read about the globe and how the globe is divided into the northern and southern hemisphere. Then we read about the parallels of latitudes, that is the Arctic Circle, the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. These are the important parallels of latitude. Do you know why they are called parallels of latitude? These are called parallels of latitude because all these lines, they run parallel to each other. They never touch each other. In no place they are touching each other. That's why they are called parallels of latitude. Just see all the circles from the North Pole till the equator. They are not touching, and from equator till the South Pole you can see none of the circles are touching each other. All these circles are called parallels of latitude. Then you can see the important parallels, that is the equator, Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere, Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere. These are important parallels. Then after equator again you see this is Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. Again all these are important parallels of the world. And you will see the distance from the equator till the pole. From the equator till the pole is always 1/4 of the circle, that is 360 divided by 4. This is 90 degrees, or this measures 90 degrees north and 90 degrees south. Latitudes are always marked as north and south. As I told you here, 23.5 degree north, and this is 23.5 degree south. This is 66.5 degree north, and this is 66.5 degrees south. So always remember, Arctic Circle is 66.5 degrees north, Antarctic Circle is 66.5 degrees south. Tropic of Cancer is 23.5 degrees north, Tropic of Capricorn is 23.5 degrees south, and equator is 0 degrees. Keep it in mind. And all these are parallel to each other. Now this is called the parallels of north, and these are the parallels of south. We had already discussed the importance of each of the parallel circles of the world, and we have studied about the torrid zone, which is the hottest part of the earth. Then comes the temperate zone, which is again moderate temperature is there. Then comes the frigid zone, which is very cold. So we have just read about the parallels of latitudes. So it must be clear now, latitudes means lines which go like this. As the letters are written latitudes, in the way it is written, the latitude lines also go horizontal like this. Then longitudes, never get confused, longitudes are those lines which join from the North Pole to the South Pole, and these lines are not parallels. Please remember, these lines are not parallel lines. Longitudes run from north to south. Now, to fix the position of a place, it is necessary to know something more than latitude of that place. For example, you want to know Tonga Islands in Pacific Island there, or Mauritius in the Indian Oceans. These are situated in the same latitude, that is 20 degrees south. I think you remember what are latitudes we had just read. The lines going from east to west, these are the latitudes, and from north to south, these are the longitudes. So 20 degrees, we had read 23 degrees, and somewhere here in 20 degrees you will find this Tonga Islands, and the same you will find about in the same degrees you will find the Indian Mauritius Islands in Indian Ocean, that is in the south. So, in order to locate precisely or particularly, we must find how far east or west these places are from a given line of reference. So, in order to know a particular location about this place or a place here, we have to mention the latitudes along with it is east or west, east longitude or west longitude, north latitude or south latitude. When you give reference 23 degrees north and 32 degrees east longitude, then the place is somewhere here. North and east, north and west longitude. Latitude will be mentioned in north or south, longitude will be mentioned in east or west, then automatically you come to know the location of a place. That is the easiest way to see the lines of reference, and these are called meridians of longitude, and these lines, as you can see, these lines are called the meridians of longitude. Do not forget, parallels of latitude, meridians of longitude. Latitudes run from east to west and they are parallel to each other, they never touch, whereas they never meet each other at any place. Whereas meridians of longitudes run from north to south and they meet at the poles. They are wider here and gradually they narrow down and meet at the poles. So, these are meridians of longitude. Unlike parallels of latitude, all meridians are equal length. All these meridians are of equal length. All this from this pole to the other pole, they are all of same length. Whereas these circles at the equator, it is more, gradually as you go these circles becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, and finally you can see at the poles they become too small. All countries decided that the count should begin from the meridian which passes through Greenwich as the Greenwich Mean Time, that is taken as a prime observatory, or British Royal Observatory is located here in Greenwich Mean Time, which is 0 degrees latitude, and this prime meridian is valued as 0 degree latitude, and from it we count 180 degrees eastward as well as 180 degree westward. 180 degrees east and 180 degrees west. If this is the 0 degree of Greenwich Mean Time, then there will be 180 lines this side and again 180 lines again this side. So, there are 360 lines or 360 degrees. I hope you remember these are important points here. Now, look at the grid of parallels of latitude and meridians of longitude. Now, together when the lines intersect each other, these are called grids. These are called grids. When the reading of a particular grid, this 1, 2, 3, 4, when the 4 readings of these degrees are given, you can easily locate the place which is here. So, grid references are very important to locate a place. Hope you have understood what are parallels of latitude and meridians of longitude. I hope it must be clear. Then again, as we have discussed, Greenwich Mean Time or 0 degree is taken as the international date line also there, and based on this the time is fixed for the entire world. Longitude and time have a lot of relation. When prime meridian of Greenwich has the sun at the highest point in the sky, all places along this meridian will have midday or noon. Now, this is the international time fixation, how the time is fixed for all the places. The rate of difference can be calculated as follows. The earth rotates 360 degrees in about 24 hours. As you all know, in order to rotate once, the earth takes 24 hours, which means 15 degrees an hour. For 1 hour, the earth moves 15 degrees, and for 1 minute and 1 degree in 4 minutes, and for every 4 minutes it moves 1 degree. Thus, when it is 12 noon at Greenwich Mean Time, the time 15 degrees east of Greenwich will have 15 into 4, that is equal to 60 minutes, means 1 hour. So, 1 hour will be added as you go east of the Greenwich Mean Time, and 1 hour will be subtracted if you go west of the Greenwich. At any place, a watch can be adjusted to read 12 o'clock when the sun is at the highest point in the sky. When it is midday, the time shown by such a watch will give the local time of the place. So, these are also called time keepers of the world. Hope you understood this. Now, we will start with Indian Standard Time. Indian Standard Time. So, we have IST or Indian Standard Time, the time which we follow in India based on Dwarka in Gujarat, which is about 1 hour and 45 minutes in the local time as compared, and you will see that in India the longitude of 82 degrees east is treated as the standard meridian, and the local time at this meridian is taken as the standard time for the whole country, and this is called IST or Indian Standard Time. Hope you have all understood. Thank you.